Welcome back to the news at 10. While the number of aspirants gunning to win the All Progressives Congress presidential ticket has risen, with the Kano State Governor, Rabiu Kwankwaso, declaring his interest to contest, thousands of supporters earlier today joined the top members of the APC at the All Parade Ground in Abuja to witness the decoration of the governor. He joined Atiku Abubakar and General Muhammadu Buhari of the All Progressives Congress, who have formally declared their interest to vie for the party's presidential ticket.
The success of this journey, after months of speculation on whether or not he would run for the 2015 presidential election, Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso finally throws his heart into the ring. Yes, we must. This he did in front of teeming supporters and party allies who thronged to the Old Parade Ground in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, to show solidarity for the governor of Kano's presidential ambition. Governor Kwankwaso is now the third APC aspirant to formally declare his interest to run for the party's presidential ticket. In his declaration speech, the Kano State Governor condemned what he calls the alarming rate of corruption and insecurity in the country. I am offering myself and soliciting the support of all patriotic Nigerians to join Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso on this difficult journey to reclaim our country from the clutches of incompetence and destruction and return it to the pedestal of peace and progress. Other members also took their turns to give their endorsement for Governor Kwankwaso's presidential bid.
With the growth of bad governance that we are witnessing in the country today, Kwankwaso and his progressive colleagues in the PDP decided that enough is enough, and they moved to the All Progressive Congress APC, the party for change in Nigeria. Kwankwaso, the man before you, if he were the president of our country, there wouldn't have been abduction of Chibok girls. He was Minister of Defense. There was security in the country. Was there no security? There was security. Today, everything is broken down. We need such men in position of trust, in position of authority.
If the number of doors that are formally declared within the APC is anything to go by, Governor Kwankwaso is now set on a three-horse race with former head of state General Muhammadu Buhari and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar vying for the APC's presidential ticket.
No permanent voter cards, no voting. That's the verdict from the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for the over 4 million prospective voters here in Lagos. The Commission today said it's preparing for the general elections and the distribution of permanent voter cards, which is slated for November 7th to the 9th, to avail all registered voters the opportunity to pick up their PVCs in order to exercise their franchise. And this phase of the permanent voter card distribution is a third and will take place in 13 states of the Federation, including Lagos. And now to our main story for the day. Earlier today, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tambuwal, dumped the PDP, moved on to the opposition All Progressives Congress, announcing his defection to the House earlier today. We've had reactions from the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, as well as the PDP Southwest leader and the Board of Trustees member here in Lagos, Chief Bode George. Now for the legal aspect of this happening, I'm joined now on the News at 10 by Mr. GT Ogunye, who is a legal practitioner. Mr. Ogunye, thank you so much for joining us on the News at 10.
Thanks for inviting me.
I'm really interested in hearing your perspective on this. You heard the Speaker's defection. Was this move constitutional?
Defection is permissible under the Constitution. However, there are consequences under the defection. And so the consequences will not have been listed in the Constitution if defection were not permissible under the Constitution. So for me, therefore, a member of the House can defect, including the Speaker, but the consequences are there.
So what would be the consequences for what he's done?
Well, by the provision of Section 68, subsection 1, paragraph G, if a member of the House of Representatives being sponsored by a political party defect from that party to another party before the end of the tenure of that House, he is expected to vacate his seat. Now, we know that politicians don't yield their seats easily, and so it will have to take the intervention of the court to get a vacation of that seat. It's not as easy as a deputy speaker, as Chief Olawale George opined earlier, declaring a seat vacant and then calling for an election. No, it's not that easy. And that's why I guess that earlier, because of the mass defection of member of the PDP, there was a litigation in court to get the court to make a pronouncement on that defection. And I guess that in the coming days we will see a move in that direction.
That's just where I was going. But the PDP and the APC are already in court over previous defections, and will Speaker Tambuwal be one of those who will be looking at in the next few days or weeks?
I believe so. That's maybe so.
So how does the court go about this? What's the recommendation now for the Constitution to take such challenges in the future?
Now, to start with, it is clear that the party from which this speaker has defected will have wished to resort to the impeachment provision in the Constitution, and I'm talking about Section 50, Section 2, paragraph C. But to do that, they must muster 2/3 majority. Recall that this speaker didn't come to the speakership by virtue of the grace of the PDP. No, opposition parties, other political parties had to join forces to thwart the effort of the PDP to get its nominee to be the speaker. If you then factor that into the mix, you know that if the speaker enjoys popular support amongst his peers, the likelihood of the PDP moving against him to impeachment is not there. But having said that, let me just quickly say that defection has become the common virus of Nigerian political class. In the recent past, there are two defections. Peter Obi defected from AGBA to PDP, and PDP clapped. Then the count defected, and PDP clapped. Now PDP is saying, no, why should this be? This is a betrayal of trust and all that. The end game, the goal of these politicians is power at all costs.
And I think
it is not politics of principle, but politics of power, and grabbing that power at all costs, whether the right is fair or fair, they are ready to be indeed an anchor. If the president of the country were to realize that another political party will be a sure right for him to get to the presidency, he will defect.
Mr. Pt.3, thank you so much for your thoughts on this matter. I've been speaking with legal practitioner Mr. Pt.3 on the legal aspects of Mr. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal's defection announced earlier today. But still ahead of the news at 10, World Football Governing Body FIFA unveils candidates for the 2014 Best Player Awards. Sports News.